Hi, this is Mr. Barr, and this is the practice test for roots. So my first one is right here. So if x squared equals 121, what is the positive solution to this? There are actually two solutions. There's a positive 11 and negative 11 are the solutions, because 11 squared is 121 and negative 11 squared is 121, but it's only asking for the positive solution, which is 11. Solve this guy, x squared equals 11. Well, to solve a square, I take the square root of both sides. So I took the square root of x squared, and I took the square root of 11, and I put a plus or minus in front of it because I know there's both a positive answer and a negative answer. Since I can't really take the square root of 11, I'm just going to leave it like plus or minus 11. Plus or minus the square root of 11 is the answer. Same thing here. I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So I took the square root of x squared and plus or minus the square root of 72. So my answer is plus or minus the square root of 72. But I can break this down and simplify it. So plus or minus the square root of 72. 72 is 6 times 6 times 2. See that pair of 6's? They can come out right there. So plus or minus 6 square root of 2. Nope, right there. Plus or minus 6 square root of 2. We're going to take the square root of a fraction. I can't take the square root of 75 and I can't take the square root of 3, but I can simplify 75 over 3. 75 over 3 is 25. And what's the square root of 25? 5. This one, definitely going to need a calculator here. So in order to solve for this, I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So I have square root of x squared. These guys are going to cancel out. And plus or minus the square root of 1,369. I used my calculator and I found out that that is 37. So my answer is plus or minus 37. That means 37 squared equals 1,369, and negative 37 squared equals 1,369. Let's go on to question 5. We're going into the proficient section now. Solving for x. X cubed equals 125. Well, what number cubed is 125? And the answer is 5. So if I take the cube root of a cube, they cancel out, and the cube root of 125 is 5. X squared equals 1/4. So if I take the square root of both of these, the square root of x squared and the square root of 1/4, square root of 1/4 is 1/2, plus or minus 1/2. Cube root of both sides, cube root of 1 is 1, cube root of 27 is 3. Notice there's no plus or minus on the cubes, but there is a plus or minus on the squares. X cubed equals 135. So I'm going to take the cube root of both sides. So the cube root of, right here, the cube root of x cubed equals the cube root of 135. The cube root cancels with the cube. And now I have to find the cube root of 135. To do that, I prime factored it into 3 times 3 times 3 times 5. Here's some triplets. Pull those triplets out front, and I'm left with 3 cube root of 5. Solve for x. X cubed equals 8 over 27. I'm going to take the cube root of both sides. Here I am taking the cube root of x cubed. They cancel out. Cube root of 8 over cube root of 27. Cube root of 8 is 2. Cube root of 27 is 3. That's the video. Thank you for watching.